just forgot that I'm recording, or I'm not recording. 1 second. Alright, hello everybody and welcome. This is Purge casting for Ghost of Gamers. We're watching the ROCCAT Gosucup finals. It's a best of 5. EXE is up one game here, and should be a pretty awesome situation. So we still have at least 2 more games to go. This one included, possibly 1 to 3 more, basically, after this one, depending on how these end up going. EXE's up game 1, like I said, so MUFC needs to pull out some wins here. They can still lose another game without losing the tournament, but they are definitely not going to want to do so. So once again, MUFC versus .exe, and a couple bans and picks already. Just started recording, I forgot about that. So picks that I've missed so far, we have a Vengeful Spirit and a Pugna pick from MUFC, and finally the Scourge team EXE is going to pick up an Earthshaker to round out their first 3 picks here. So kind of interesting. It looks like MUFC might be going for a push strat, considering they picked up a Pugna already. Pugna, Venge, and Chen are very, very push heavy. Not Vengeful Spirit exactly, but he does fit in as a support here that is push heavy. We're going to see an anti-mage ban out of MUFC, fearing that hard carry apparently. But Pugna is definitely a pushing hero, since that Nether Blast does clear creep waves and do tower damage. And Chen, obviously a very good push hero, using those creeps. And even a Wave of Terror off a Vengeful Spirit is going to lower armor of creeps and heroes, and he can swap heroes in case, once he gets to 6 and they're doing a lot of pushing, you can swap people out of position. Maybe somebody's waiting till their allies get there, you can swap them, kill them, and I think we might see some cool stuff out of MUFC if they can do a lot of push. And EXE was really smart to pick up Earthshaker, because he is definitely a counter push hero. Basically drops that fissure down, and yeah, it's going to disable heroes, clear the creep wave just a little bit, and all from a safe distance basically. Alright, second round bans. We're going to see an Obsidian Destroyer once again get banned by EXE here. Absolutely fearing that hero pickup on MUFC. So I really do believe that they looked at a lot of MUFC replays for the win here. I mean, it's a very big prize pool, so it's understandable if they're worried about that. And we got 60 seconds left for picking for MUFC. Has to commit here. Someone says it's Geomancer time. I don't know about that. I'd be pretty surprised, to be honest. I do not know what the ping is, guys. Nobody has done any pinging yet. I did get in as an observer. Alright, and Night Stalker's going to be the last ban out of MUFC. We did see Panza especially use Night Stalker very, very effectively as a solo mid and make a lot of early game dominance. I think the Europeans value him a little bit more. Seems like Broodmother's a little bit more valued than Night Stalker. They're both very good heroes. Those are the 2 I would probably compare to each other quite a bit. And we have 1 ban left. It's probably going to be a hard carry. It's going to be a Spectre. Spectre's out of the pool. No Spectre, no Anti-Mage. Any other hard carry is going to be the slightly less usable ones. About 80 seconds here. MUFC has a pick, and then EXE gets to respond. Still no picks yet. Sorry, I'm a little checking out a couple things. Wow, does Hexer really have this many fan page likes? Holy shit, dude. That is pretty beastly, man. Alright, fast picking all of a sudden. Shadow Shaman gets picked up by MUFC once again. They did play Shadow Shaman last round. And in addition to the Shadow Shaman, we actually are going to see a Windrunner. Surprisingly, a Windrunner even made it this far. We did see that pretty much first pick Puck. After the Chen, of course, it was a Puck Ancient Apparition right off the bat. Puck's also pretty good at counter pushing as well with that blasting that orb through. And we're finally going to see a Weaver out of MUFC. Somebody was saying, man, that they don't play Weaver, but there he is. Weaver in the game. Who is Nino going to pick? We may see a Slardar or something, but it would make for kind of a weak trialing. And Windrunner, it's going to have to be a trialing hero, though, and they're going to need some kind of semi-carry or hard carry to shut down the Weaver, so we'll see how that ends up going. If you guys are curious about the resolution, I have a widescreen, so, and I'm actually at very high quality. This is a best of 5, guys. EXE is up 1 game. They played one. This is supposed to start at 7 a.m. This is the beginning of game 2 here, and it's 9:43, so we are extremely delayed here. But I believe a couple of the EXE players did take the day off from work so that they could play the set at a reasonable time for MUFC here. And yeah, someone said the same thing. Surprising to see Lich not getting picked at all. It's absolutely true. There's been a lot of bans basically scared of MUFC's playstyle, or at least a couple heroes, the OD, the Lone Druid, and then Enchantress. And as a result, some heroes squeak by, like Vengeful Spirit makes it in. Lich as well. I don't know anything about this platform, but let's try. My controls do nothing. And we might be screwed out of latency. 7 seconds left, and it's going to be a Lifestealer. Very, very weird hero pickup. I find this very, very weird. He's good in a way, though. He's good against Pugna. He's good against Rasta. Not necessarily Pugna. Pugna can decrep him, of course, but people are semi-confused, but it's a new thing. So, all right. So basically, if we look at the Sentinel team, I'm gonna have to go from memory, but they have a Rasta, they have a Vengeful Spirit. Okay, weird. They have a Chen, they have a Rasta, they have a Vengeful Spirit, and who else are they missing? I can't remember, but basically the only hero that's extremely survivable this is going to be Pugna with Decrep, and not extremely, but Weaver as well has max movement speed when he pops Scoochie. So that's the issue that I'm kind of scratching my head here, is that they ended up picking up that Lifestealer for that reason. It's he's not the best counter basically. I mean, unless you can silence him. If you can silence him, great, go for him. Weaver is going to work out, or I mean, Lifestealer will kill Weaver. Feast won't do as much damage because Weaver is a low HP hero, but EXE definitely has some interesting picks. But Lifestealer is going to go pretty hard on Rasta. He's going to go pretty hard on all the other heroes as well. So we're going for a resume. Alright. So Sharky's going to be playing the Nerubian Weaver. Net is playing the Vengeful Spirit. KYXY playing the Shadow Shaman. Who also next to Ling and playing the Holy Knight. And finally, Too Effing Good playing the Oblivion. Pasway. I don't know if they're... Is it really Pasway? There's no way. Alright, okay, good. Everything has worked out. It is actually Paz. Alright, the Scourge team. The Nino is going to be playing the Ancient Apparition. We have Compy to Blow Me, I guess, is the Windrunner. There is the lag numbers. Still quite a bit of lag here for MUFC, up to 170 on average, whereas Look at that, interesting. Some of the European players are at about 70 or 80, and some of the other ones at about 120, so this is even better for them. And I mean, realistically, we just shifted the numbers down, that's about it. So I mean, I can't say necessarily what it's like for MUFC, but the numbers are still definitely in EXE's favor. So there are other players here. Victory playing the Fairy Dragon, who did I miss? The ED playing the Earthshaker, covered him, and the final hero is going to be Hexor playing Golem here on the mid lane, my precious. All up in her, and they're going to probably dual lane here. It's going to be an Ancient Apparition with a Life Stealer, which is going to be pretty cool stuff because the slow from Life Stealer is extremely powerful, and with Cold Feet they can actually do some disables at level 1. So I really like that combo. I think it's pretty cool. And them dual laning against Oblivion will hopefully cause some good situations for them. Looks like it's going to be a Venge Rasta on the bot lane with a Chen in the jungle, and Venge may end up just help the Chen jungle while he does ganks and stuff like that. That is my expectation, at least. Guess I need to turn off RGC because people are annoying as shit. Alright, closing RGC because people are idiots. Alright, so it is going to be the Chen and the Vengeful Spirit in the jungle. It works out pretty good. It's going to give our Venge somewhere to go, and Rust will, and as a result, get solo, and in a pretty safe environment. And when they do come to gank, it's going to be kind of hard for Earthshaker and Puck to deal with it. Puck will be able to orb pass, so it won't be obscenely horrible, but Oblivion now level 2. I like how he's sitting on the low ground here. He can be within attack hitting range of the Lifestealer without actually being dangerously in melee, but there's the slow and the Cold Feet, and this is going to be really bad for Oblivion. Will he decrep? He decreps right before he gets disabled, and there's the Earthshaker fissure, so that's it. No chance of him surviving. First blood goes to Lifestealer. Very, very nicely done. So apparently we cannot save, so we're going to have to play old ghetto rules. Basically, if someone DCs, things are screwed. But the first blood goes on for EXE. Very good gank there. They did gank the Pugna. He immediately gets back to lane. He's up to level 3 currently. And surprisingly, still at a level advantage to these two heroes. Shadow Shaman continuing his solo against the Rasta. Didn't we see this last game too? I think it was Puck versus Shadow Shaman. Or was it Puck versus... I cannot remember. I believe it was a ranged hero versus the that one dude. Lots of regen on Ruby and Weaver here. A lot of really easy item build you can do here. Just a lot of GG branches with a ton of regen. Gives you a lot of lane staying power. Even if you eat power shots, it doesn't really matter. And another gank on the mid lane. Here's the slow. The Cold Feet really late though. The Fissure may get the kill though. Here it comes, and he blocks him. That's it. Pugna gets dropped. A second kill in the mid lane here. Very, very, very close. If that Fissure did not land, Pugna definitely would have survived. Ancient Apparition a little out of place. Did not get the Cold Feet off yet. So there's a second kill for EXE so far. They're doing very good. I really like their lane pickups. Going for the Lifestealer here to round out. Gives Ancient Apparition a better lane, basically. I mean, he's not a very good tri-lane hero. He works, but in my opinion, he's not that great. Cold Feet is a good ability, but you know, he kind of wants a little bit more EXP in this. And look at this, he's already up to almost level 4, and when he gets that level 6, you know, he's going to contribute a lot. And that's the problem with the tri-lane, is you put off his 6th a lot longer, and since he's in this dual lane, I think he's going to be a lot more effective. Weaver actually being quite aggressive here against the Windrunner. She does pop a Windrun, and I think Weaver ends up coming out a lot worse on that trade there. Jungling here is still in the jungle. Chen, Vengeful Spirit, still no pulls yet. I'm surprised they haven't ganked on the Puck yet. But the cool part is that it's a Puck. He's hard to kill. It's not going to be the best trade ever. They may have to try to somehow do a smoke gank, but Earthshaker camping the bot rune here is basically going to put him in a position where if they do go for a smoke gank on the mid lane, he's most likely going to sight them, and that's why he's sitting up on the high ground. Almost for sure. This is why they're sitting right there. The place that MUFC needs to gank is probably on the Lifestealer, but he's up to level 4. He has his urn completed. He's got Rage to stop those stuns and debuffs, and is Venge going to get spotted? He does get spotted. Nice block off from Earthshaker. He's in position, but he denies the illusion. Very nicely done there by MUFC net. That was very good. Kills the illusion rune, prevents Earthshaker from getting a free illusion. Not that it really would have produced very much melee Earthshaker, but it's better than nothing. So Venge back in the jungle, trying to last hit some creeps here. Weaver popping the rest of his tangos. He's actually not doing too great here. He's got 2 salves left, but Basilius is finished on Windrunner, so she's hitting a little bit harder. And are we going to see another gank there? Indeed. He decreps once again right before he goes down. And will they be able to score the kill? There's a couple last hits. Do we have boots yet? Still no boots on these two heroes, and good escape from Pugnup. Maybe he might be getting really really high levels of decrypt. That's probably the only way that he's going to survive here. One level of decrypt probably enough. Not enough. There's a blast on the Ancient Apparition. He just took a lot of damage. And Pugnup's still pursuing this, surprisingly. Just need one more blast to get a kill, but he's very dangerously low. And the mana on Lifestealer is not quite high enough, but he does have the urn once again to boost up that mana regen. Earthshaker going to the high ground to look for a fissure. Ancient Apparition needs to pop a salve, and he's actually... Let's see if he eats a tango or what. Puck now at level 4 in the bot lane. Rasta almost level 6. And Weaver almost 6 as well. He does have his Ring of Health finished. How's Golem doing though? He does have that that Helm of Iron Will. He's going to get a really fast armlet here and just tear through a lot of these weak heroes. There's the gank finally going down on Puck. Puck does get picked off by the Venge Chen Rasta combo. And still no boots on Golem quite yet. He does have them now, but definitely does need to get the fast Helm of Iron Will. Lifestealer has extremely bad base armor, as you guys can see. 2 whole base armor, that's it. And that's basically because Rage is really powerful. But with that Helm of Iron Will, he gets 5 armor plus 3 regen. It's like a poor Ring of Health, basically. And look at this. They get the gank off. Rasta now, just up in level 6. Here come the wards. He's got to pop them. I know he's going to eventually. Unless he used them already. I don't think he did, though. I'm a little surprised he hasn't popped those wards yet. Does he have his ulti? He does have his ulti. He's level 6. He's going to wait till the next creep wave, I think, and then they're going to go down. Oblivion picks up a double damage rune. He's going to be using that to harass the Lifestealer very effectively. And if once he hits 6, he will be able to do Life Drain, but he's actually completely out of mana here. And the tower will be defended, surprisingly. I thought for sure they were going to ward on that, but apparently not quite comfortable enough. Going to pick up another Centaur in the jungle. It's going to help them push. And those double damage hits, man. Slapping Golem around. Oblivion now up to 650 gold. We have boots finished on Lifestealer. He's got 350 in the bank as well. Venge 10 in the jungle. And Windrunner harassing this Nubian Weaver pretty well. So Lifestealer gets back to free farm. Pugna gonna go pick up some easy low HP neutrals while the wave is on a dangerous position. If he was down on the low ground here, could easily be swung around and ganked. So understandable that he goes back for a second. And will he run all the way back to base? It looks like he will actually. Gonna lose some EXP here. Weaver once again being harassing the Windrunner, but she does have a phase boost advantage, so this is a little tough for Weaver to do. He will continue to put decent hits down, but she has another tango left over. It's not going to cause her too many problems. A nice power shot by a Windrunner. Going to cause even more damage, and that's going to force him to use his salve, but he will purchase boots as a result, which is going to give him a little bit more chase power. And Weaver now up to 700 gold. We'll take a couple more hits. Quite a few hits, actually. Here comes the gank on the bot lane. Vengeful Spear with the Holy Knight. Rasta up to level 7. He does have those Arcane Boots 1, just same as last game. Puck and Earthshaker will be in position. Puck popping level 6. It's going to make a big difference in their fight. Rasta gets the last hit. Here's another gank on the Pugna. Last second, he does decrypt, and it's not going to be enough. Decrypt does not save him there. Hexor gets that last hit. Up to level 6 now. On to killing spree. 1100 gold. He is getting so close to his armlet. He needs, I think, about 600 gold. I think they reduced the recipe to 700, something like that. But he is up to level 7 now. What skill will he go for? I'm not quite sure if he's getting Rage. He is skilling Rage first. Level 4 Rage can give him big attack speed and really long duration. So that'll be a very useful ability, especially against heroes like Pugna. But it is nighttime, so these creeps are not spotted. Golem going to the high ground, though. Will he infest one of these guys? I assume he will. And that would be pretty cool to see. He does infest on the Dark Troll. Very nicely done. This is such a cool thing that Lifestealer can do. He's going to eat a Test of Faith. He doesn't even care, though. But there comes nice Rage by Hexor. And immediately going on the Vengeful Spirit. But he will back up. A ulti coming. It's going to land on just the Chen. So not going to produce too much here. And not to mention Lifestealer is completely out of mana. But he does have those Urn charges. Can use them offensively. And it looks like they're going to be chasing on these two support heroes. They're surprisingly going into the jungle. Windrunner will spot them out. Will he get the Shackle Shot off? He's looking for it. There's a stun. Very big stun. And Centaur's second stun here. And will they be able to burst down the Windrunner? Very close. Down to 99 HP. And a huge Shackle Shot going to catch the Chen and the Vengeful Spirit on one another. The Nubian Weaver being aggressive against the Puck, but there's such a crazy team fight going on. Weaver, I think, will be able to kill. He pops the regen. That's going to keep him alive. Gets a lot of regen from that pop in his bottle now. Will he be able to phase shift? And a big Shackle Shot on Weaver, and then Weaver's going to die as a result. What a big play there by Victory. Playing that Puck. Absolutely great escape. Going after the Vengeful Spirit, will he get open wounds? I think it's 110 mana, and indeed he's going to back up. The A ulti will not land either. And that's it. Big team fight for EXE, up 1-5. MUFC has got to be frustrated. More ping, and they're behind. But I think EXE absolutely deserves to be here. They made it through all the finals, guys. They beat UE. UE beat a lot of really great people on huge ping. And MUFC taking down Panza in the last quarterfinals. Going on the Oblivion now. There's the slow. He does decrep. There's the blast as well. And will he pop Rage? There's a nice stun. And that's going to be it for Oblivion. I don't think he'll be able to survive. And indeed, Victory gets the last hit. That's going to be Puck picking it off. In the meantime, MUFC net purchasing wards. I thought maybe he got a kill somewhere else. But indeed, just boots and wards. Decent arcane boots on the Holy Knight though. Can use the Tornado to kill off those gnolls pretty fast. Doing about 50 damage a second. And Rasta still pushing on the bot lane. And he will continue that. Has he used his wards? I mean, they picked off the tower. He does have a cooldown. I assume he did pick off the wards. There's still an Ironwood branch on the ground. And Vengeful Spirit dropping some wards up. The Dire team, are these both? Is that an orange ward? Oh, it's a pink ward, okay. It is a pink ward, a ward from Ancient Apparition, so that is the wording going on. Ancient Apparition kind of wanting to get a kill here. Will Rasta forward up? He does have Blink Dagger though, so it's going to be pretty hard to get the kill off. But I think with an Ancient Apparition and a disable from Earthshaker, they could get a easy kill on Shadow Shaman. But they will be initiating. It's nighttime, so he does not know they're there. And are we going to see the blink? He's going for it. There's the blink in. There's the Hex. There's the Lightning. And there's the Shackle. Ancient Apparition out of position. And the Test of Faith will clean up 175. Pretty good Test of Faith. Probably a level 2. Windrunner and Puck now pushing the bot lane. Windrunner will probably power shot this, and indeed he will. Going to push that lane very slowly. Ancient Apparition acquiring an invisibility rune. And the tower is getting pushed now. Serpent wards on that, but only a level 1 wards. Will they be able to pick it off though? They do have a Wildkin and that Ursa. Tornado being spawned as well, and that's it for this tier 2 tower. This is the power of Shadow Shaman, guys. You get those early pushes off. And Lifestealer now with Power Tread, surprisingly not going to get his armlet first. Thought he could have had the money. There's the Cold Fiend once again. Pugna in a bad situation, and now that AA is level 6, he cannot even get vaguely close to surviving those anymore. Just those two abilities together are so powerful. The double slow, man, it is so cool. Now, Lifestealer trying to be aggressive on these two heroes. He's going for a Vanguard, surprisingly. Not a bad decision against Lifestealer. He's getting so close to his armlet with that armlet and that urn. He's going to be dropping heroes like crazy. Chen back in the jungle. Ancient Protector is getting very, very close to deniable range. The Swarm level 2 being picked up. There's the Vitality Booster. Oh, did that just get sent back to base? I assume that was Weaver's Vitality Booster. He's standing there and he's like, what the hell, dude? Why did my Vitality Booster get this close to me and then get sent away? It's got to be somebody else's. Somebody sent it home. And does he pass it? Looks like he passed it to Pugna. Yes, he did. Oh, alright, that's Pugna's Vitality Booster. Alright, cool. Pugna concerned about his HP. Understandably, Pugna has horrible strength gain. Does he have worse than Weaver? That's the real question. Level 8, level 9. Apparently, they're about the same. Weaver and Pugna having absolutely horrible strength gains. Rasta's going to spot the Windrunner. Windrunner backs up, though. He does have that Buckler. Still about 600 gold away from getting that mechanism. And do we have an ulti on Rasta? 1 second. There we go. Here comes the Rasta wards, using those effectively. As soon as they're on cooldown, going to go for the tower push. He's just going to stand in the jungle here. Doesn't necessarily want to show himself. And Lifestealer continuing to CS. He's up to 600 gold. Does he have his armlet on the way? No, it's just a TP scroll, but there's the initiation. Ancient Apparition gets picked off in the side jungle. Will he infest on these creeps? He does get Hex. He does TP in. Lifestealer in a little bit of problems. TP scroll is past. Puck with the regen rune. Will he be able to survive this? He does get swapped, and he does orb out. Very, very nice escape there by Fairy Dragon. He's going to need the Test of Faith, and he then does get hexed. And will he be able to survive? He has a regen rune, but oh my god, has to waste it, unfortunately. Very unfortunate for him. Lifestealer going hard now, changing targets, going on the Chen. There's the Echo Slam, doing some decent damage, and the Fissure as well, but it blocks him off. He gets blocked off. Weaver's, I'm sorry, I cannot believe it. He does earn him at least. I think that's going to score a kill, but very close there. Chen will die. He goes down. Earthshaker blocking Lifestealer off. And will the wards be able to accomplish anything else? Not going to take the tower down. Tower takes some damage, but that's about it. And Golem will continue. Lifestealer continuing to CS here. Oh, I'm actually hearing thunder. It's like 40 degrees out, and I can hear thunder. Rasta with the Ogre Axe now going to go for a Black King Bar. It's going to prevent Lifestealer from open wounding him. Fairy Dragon Invisible. Ancient Apparition. Looking for an ulti possibility. Will they jump on the Rasta? They're thinking about it. Windrunner continuing the CS on the top lane. He's going to have his mech finish. We'll see what they do. A timing push. They may just continue farming though, since Lifestealer is a pretty good farmer. And they're going on him. He blinks away though. Very, very good escape there by Rasta. Armlet's finished on Golem. Anybody doing any bit of damage there to Rasta could have gotten him killed. And will they be able to take the tower? Rasta is still in position. He has a pretty full mana. And they will back off. They're going to wait for the next creep wave. Still big creep wave being pushed on the bottom. That is due to the Weaver. He's got his Vanguard finished. 1,000 HP on him. Pretty survivable. And Windrunner's going to be able to pick off the top tower while they're distracting the mid lane. Disabling on the Lifestealer. Will they get the disables off? He does rage up. And now going on the Rasta. Rasta will drop. He'll probably just infest on one of these neutral creeps when he gets low. And will he do it? Infest and splits out. He should have done that immediately. Could have done the AoE damage right off the bat to those heroes. But he's going to absolutely survive. The Nether Ward is gone, and I think that's it for that team fight. Very, very big win for EXE, winning 11-3 currently. And MUFC may complain about lag, but in a lot of ways, I think EXE is just outplaying him here. It's not like, I don't know, like their lanes were just better. It doesn't take a lot to right-click a Pugna on the mid lane, you know? But even if EXE wins this game, it's still only game 2 of the best of 5 series. There still are at least one more game to go. Will EXE 3-0 it? I would be a little surprised. I think MUFC will be able to take at least one win here, but I feel like EXE's picks were just really fantastic. The Lifestealer AA lane against the Pugna mid just really worked out good. Pugna can almost always dominate as a solo hero, but hasn't been the case yet. And Chen creeps as well, absolutely countered by Lifestealer. I mean, if they want to use these creeps to attack towards Lifestealer, he has the possibility of getting like a 1400 HP heal, which is so big. He could have popped in that mid-team fight when he was at half HP as soon as the rage ended and jumped. And there's the shackle shot. Nice nice swap there by Venge, but it's not going to matter. There's the disable on Lifestealer. Will they be able to get the Venge? He is so low HP. The Urn is going to guarantee the kill here. And indeed, the power shot. Or sorry, one more hit there. And that's it. Picking off another hero on the mid lane. 4-13. EXE in a huge advantage. They will continue to push the mid lane. The tower has been glyphed, and somebody Puck's TPing out to defend the bot lane, but I'm pretty sure they will get this no problem. Surprisingly, EXE, despite being so far ahead, they're actually at a little bit of a tower disadvantage. That's only their second tower there, and EXE is missing 3, so they're still at a 1 tower disadvantage. Just the power of Chen and Rasta. This is their purpose, but unfortunately they just haven't been able to win the team fights, and as a result they can't defend these towers without losing heroes, and their early pushing advantage that they gained by picking up a Chen and a Rasta is slightly lessened. So there's the mech on the Holy Knight at least. It's going to be kind of a moot point if he lands a good A ulti, but we will see. Is that a Blink Dagger finish? Blink Dagger on Lifestealer now. It's HP in the ridiculous levels. We'll see if he goes for an AC or a Stygian next. Either one is a possibility. Let's look at some CS totals. We have 58 on the Pugna, 79 on Rasta, 72 on Weaver. And neutrals, 60 neutrals for Chen. He's not doing too bad either. Are we seeing a team fight in the mid lane? Just an A ulti going to splash down on those creeps and the neutrals. Power shot going to only get 2 CS there. Probably wanted a couple more. And missing a kill on the bot lane. It's going to be Rasta picking up the Puck, I believe. Yes, indeed. He does get a solo kill on the Puck using Blink and those Serpent Wards. It's not going to be able to push them now, but the tower in the mid lane does drop. So now 2 tower disadvantage for EXE. Dust on Windrunner. Earthshaker just boots up to 1800 gold. He's just going to rush a Blink Dagger. Very cool stuff. This way he can just blink on those Chen creeps and get a huge Echo Slam off. And in the meantime, Lifestealer is pushing the top lane. Ancient Apparition slowing down the push once again. And Pugna in the jungle, just that Vitality booster. I don't necessarily expect him to get a Vanguard. I probably expect him to just sit on that, unless he gets a Bloodstone, which would be kind of interesting, but I'd be surprised if he did go for a Bloodstone here. Rasta getting so close to that Black King Bar, man. He still needs 1300 gold, but once he gets that, he's going to have a really fast BKB. It's only 19 minutes in here, and considering his farm, he is farming like a beast. The only person beating him is probably the Lifestealer. Treads finished on the Weaver. He's going to go for that Radiance now. And once he gets that Radiance, it's going to be a lot better for his team, but even still, It's gonna hurt for Fairy Dragon. It's gonna be a lot harder for him to blink away. But Windrunner is doing pretty good. Lifestealer is doing extremely good, and Ancient Apparition is definitely pretty squishy. So Ancient Apparition and Earthshaker are gonna have issues as a result of the Radiance, but it's still very far away. I mean, he's got 1100 gold. He doesn't even not even close to that relic yet. Chen with pretty good creeps here. Will they go for another push? They may just be rallying up because EXE is kind of organizing here. Lifestealer leveling up 1200 gold on his possession now. Does he have any more items at the base? Doesn't look like it, unless there's an item on the courier. Nope. He has got nothing. May just save for a little bit of buyback. Oh man, they're going to get a DD rune here. Are they just going to bottle it up? Puck may just bottle this. And indeed, Lifestealer picked it up, and very cool. They're going to profit off of this. There's no Radiant Vision, or no Sentinel Vision as a result. And he's just going to pick up a Roshan kill. Getting that double damage is so big. Even is going to pop his armlet on. He's actually regenning all the way here from the Feast. I'm not sure how Feast scales against Roshan. Probably doesn't do full, but he's not life stealing nearly as much. Oh, he used open wounds, that's why. Drops the scroll of TP, and probably will open wounds Roshan in a second here to regen back up to full. And very, very big pickup basically. Now his HP is quite low. Ends up spending pretty much everything there as a result of the armlet. But the clap almost sniping Lifestealer. That would have been pretty funny if he sniped the Aegis like that. But it's just a little treat. Hops inside that Ursa and goes back up to full HP, up to 1400 HP now. A ulti going on the bot lane. Are they going to be able to pick off the Rasta? I think they will. Very, very nice gank by the two Scourge heroes. Plus the A. Good coordination there. That's that Blink Dagger, man. Blink Dagger on the Earthshaker. You have to worry about so much more stuff. And very quickly here, Earthshaker will be immediately at Arcane Boots. And as a result, he's going to have a really good time. Blink Dagger, Arcane Boots this fast on Earthshaker, 21 minutes in. That is just really, really tough for the Sentinel team to deal with. Now Puck as well has that Blink Dagger. Can be initiating. How is his Radiance money? Up to 2100, so he's getting closer and closer. And Puck most likely will clean up like every CS here. Are we going to see the Waning Rift? Surprisingly, he's not going to. Saving his mana, a little surprised about that. Radiant team defending the bot tower. Chen creeps coming through. Here's a big shackle shot on the Chen and the Oblivion. And next goes in on that. He's going to jump immediately on Chen, picks him off. No heals get picked off. Disables on Vengeful Spirit. They're chasing after the Earthshaker now. A ulti comes through, does some damage to the Venge. Venge is going to die from Shatter here. Almost for sure. Wow, needs one more hit, and there we go. Does end up shattering. Weaver's still pursuing, and Earthshaker TP's all the way out. Hexer gets a godlike kill, double kill. Now going after the Rasta. Rasta blinks away just in time. Very good escape by him. And Lifestealer absolutely fine. Turns off his armlet. We'll see if he infests one of these neutrals. I would love to see him jack one of these. And wow, actually Sharky's still going for it, man. Weaver picks off the Nino. And wow, what a chain disable. I cannot believe Shackle Shot landed. I thought for sure his disable was gone. That must have been just at the limits of Shackle Shot. He did not get the time walk off. Little chain disabling from the Chen. And will he disable? Is he going to pick one of these guys off? Still not quite yet. I think he's going for the infest indeed. He picks off the Dark Troll Warlord. And you have to be a little careful with that. If you can send one of those creeps back, basically. If he goes inside one of those creeps and Chen wholly persuades, the creep's going to get sent back for like 3 seconds, basically. Or less. I don't know if creeps are instantaneous. I think creeps might be instantaneous. And as a result, Lifestealer would be in the enemy fountain right here. And he's dead. He's not going to make it out of that unless he maybe has like a Blink Dagger. He does have a Blink Dagger. He could like maybe escape and then blink and then TP. That's pretty much his only chance. So that would be pretty funny if that ended up happening. But not going to be the case this time. Lifestealer now pushing the mid lane. There's this TP coming in from the blue player. It's going to be a Weaver. No Shackle Shot there. Still a ways away from his ulti, but is he going to time walk out? They do drop the dust. They have vision of him. And a lot of people TPing, and there's the Scourge destroying the tower. Will Puck blink out? Did he blink out? Where's he at, man? Oh, okay, he must have orbed. He must have orbed and hit it, and then... Cause he made a lot of distance there. And Chen will finish up the CS, so 6 to 18. MUFC had a pretty big disadvantage. Lifestealer is scouted out by a couple neutral creeps. He's probably not going to spend his mana to kill those. Puck bottling up the haste rune. Going to regen his mana pool just a little bit, and it is going to be a Vanguard on Oblivion. It's going to reduce some of the damage by the Lifestealer, but he's going to immediately initiate on the Chen. Big nukes while the power shot absolutely doing the damage, and Rasta gets picked off as well with help from the Earthshaker. And I think this is pretty much going to be it for MUFC. As soon as we see a Rex fall, expect them to quit out of there. There's a nice swap, and he's going to break Tether. Tether is broken, but that's it for Eventual Spirit. He will drop a stun. Does it get raged? That may have been raged. And a nice Infest coming out and just cleaning up on the Chen creeps. A lot of bonus gold there going to the Lifestealer. Very, very nice play there by EXE. They're playing really, really strong. I'm really, really enjoying their play. Now Lifestealer up to 1300 gold. Let's see if any items on the courier. I don't believe he has bought back yet. And it's going to be a Stygian Desolator. Actually, there was a bunch of math done to show that Mjolnir does more damage than a Stygian Desolator, because it increases his damage over time and his feast damage. So apparently he did not read that Play Dota post by that mathematician who spent his hours doing Mathematica. But believe it or not, guys, Lifestealer with Mjolnir does more damage. Pretty cool stuff. Chen with the Ogre Axe going to be working towards his Egg Scepter. Will he get there? That is the real question. 6-22 MUFC at a pretty big disadvantage. Still no Black King Bar on Shadow Shaman. Very unfortunate. He's gotten ganked and killed in quite a few teamfights recently. It's really tough when you get that close to a major item that'll make all the difference in your teamfight, and you just don't quite get there because you keep dying. You lose your farm potential, and wow, we see a Ginsu finished on Windrunner already. I cannot believe it. That is so fast. 25 minutes, Mech Ginsu, Phase Boots. He is basically going to be doing a lot of damage here. Are we going to see a smoke? It looks like they're thinking about it. The Stygian Desolator is finished on Lifestealer. So hitting for plus 60 and the minus 6 armor. Still no smoke popped. Pugna's going to be on the high ground. He's got phase boots now. Going to be able to run a little bit faster. Couple Sentinel heroes in the jungle still. Picking up some new ones. Weaver continuing to CS up to 1900 gold. He's been there a while, man. He's died all those times. And now he's going to be hitting the tower. On the bright side, though, Stygian does do bonus damage to towers, lowers that armor, so he's going to be able to push a little bit harder with this item than he would with a Mjolnir. And Pugna trying to do a counter push as a result. He's going to TP, though. Going to defend the mid lane. They got to defend this Rax. Lifestealer at about 80% HP here. Will he initiate? He does eat a blast. Somebody needs to take out that Nether Ward, or they can just wait it out. It's actually dying pretty fast here. But there we go. Blink in by Puck. He spends a lot of mana. Wow, Nether Ward really hitting Puck hard. Taking out most of his HP. The ward is still up. I cannot believe it. And there's the Infest. Will he send him back? He still doesn't come out there. He spops out just now. Is he going to go? Huge Echo Slam by Earthshaker, and that's going to clean up the team fight. Absolutely big play there by the ED. He's going to die as a result, but who even cares, man? He just killed the entire rest of the enemy team. He still has the Aegis on the Lifestealer. His Infest has been used. Victory drops a Sentry Ward. It's going to keep him safe against the Weaver, and as soon as his tower goes down, EXE is going to be able to take a Rax for sure. 4 heroes down, 25 seconds left on the clock. Such a big Echo Slam. Absolutely worth the trade for Earthshaker's life there. Picked off a lot of heroes. Bugs coming through at least. And Lifestealer will pick those up, and probably going to lifesteal a little bit from these neutral creeps. And they're going to initiate going on the Weaver. There's the Silence and the Blink and the Sheep, and he goes down. Very big pickoff. Did they even drop the Sentry? I don't think they did. They just like Blink initiated, and that's the scary thing about this combo here. And that's it. Good game by MUFC going on. Game 3, guys. EXE is up 2-0. If they win the next game, that is it. They are going to be the winners of the ROCCAT Gosucup. So don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back in a second. My name's Purge. And I'll show my ads in a second. And yeah, stay tuned, guys. Going to see more awesome action.